Good morning, students. Welcome you all once again to my English class of Standard 9. Students, in my last video, I taught you your supplementary book Moments, and in that video, I started teaching chapter number 4 in the Kingdom of Fools, and the story has taken from A.K. Ramanujan's Folk Tales from India. That is the book from where this story has taken from. So, in my first video, I have explained up to para 3. Up to para 3, I have completed. So, today, in my second video of the same chapter, I am going to start from para 4. So, please listen me minutely. One bright day, it means the time was sunny. It was a sunny day. One bright day, a thief broke into a rich merchant's house. He had made a hole in the wall and sneaked in. Sneaked in means encroached, entered. And as he was carrying out his loot, the wall of the old house collapsed. Collapsed means broke and fell. Collapsed on his head and killed him on the spot. So what happened one day? One thief in a sunny day, bright day. Why? Because in the kingdom of fools, in that kingdom, people used to sleep at the daytime. So the day was night for them. That's why the thief entered in a house in the daytime, because that time all people of the place were sleeping. So in the daytime, the thief entered in a house, in a big merchant's house, after making a big hole in the wall. When he was coming out after stealing the things, when he was coming out from the hole, the wall collapsed on him. Broke and fell on his head, and at the spot, the thief died. At the spot, he was killed by the wall. His brother ran to the king and complained, "Your Highness, when my brother was pursuing his ancient trade, a wall fell on him and killed him. This merchant is to blame. He should have built a good, strong wall. You must punish the wrongdoer and compensate the family for this injustice." See how funny it was. A thief entered in a house, and because of his theft, by chance, the wall collapsed on the head of the thief, and at the spot he died. So he was committing a crime. And at the time of committing a crime, he died. Accidentally he died. See how funny it was. Because of his death, because of the death of a criminal, his younger brother ran to the king and complained against this occurrence. And what he said to the king? He said to the king, "Your Highness, my brother was doing his ancient trade." Ancient trade refers to theft. Ancient trade refers to the bad criminal activity. Okay, what he said? My younger brother was doing his ancient trade. At the time, the wall collapsed and he was killed. And what he said? He said he needed justice for it. He needed justice. And he told the merchant who built the house, he was the culprit. He said the merchant, the owner of the house, was a culprit. How funny it was. Because it was a kingdom of fools, foolish people. The king said, justice will be done. Don't worry. And at once summoned the owner of the house. Summoned means called. So, what king said? King said, justice will be done definitely. And he called the owner of the house. See, when the merchant, who was the owner? The merchant, a big businessman. When the merchant arrived, the king questioned him, what's your name? Such and such, your highness. The merchant arrived to the court of the king. So that time the king asked him. The king asked his name and he replied his name. He replied his name. And then again king questioned him. Were you at home when the dead man burgled your house? Yes, my lord. He broke in and the wall was weak. It fell on him. See, again the king questioned him. Did you know that a thief entered in your house and because of the poor quality of your wall, it fell on the thief and he died? So in reply, the merchant said, yes, your highness, I know. The timing when the thief entered my house and when he was coming out from my house, by chance the wall fell on him and he died because of the poor quality of the wall. He accepted. See how funny, because it was a kingdom of fools. All, not only king and his minister, but all the people lived there were fools, foolish. The accused pleads guilty. Your wall killed this man's brother. You have murdered a man. We have to punish you. The king said that you have murdered. The king said to the merchant that you have killed a man. So we have to punish you. Lord, said the helpless merchant, I didn't put up the wall. It's really the fault of a man who built the wall. He didn't build it right. You should punish him. So he was in panic when king decided to punish him. So the merchant said, your highness, Lord, please forgive me because I didn't make the wall. I didn't build the wall. The another person built the wall. So you have to punish him, not me. The merchant said it. Who's that? My lord, this wall was built in my father's time. I know the man. He is an old man now. He lives nearby. So, means he wanted to save himself. The merchant wanted to save himself. So what he said? That he said to the king that the person who built the house, he was old then. Why? Because the wall was built in the time of merchant's father. In the time of merchant's father. So, the time when merchant was standing in the court of king, that time the person who built the wall was an old man. The king sent out messengers to bring in the bricklayer who had built the wall. Bricklayer means the person who lays bricks and build the walls, house. They brought him. The king sent the messengers and told them to bring the man. They brought him tied hand and foot. Tied hand and foot. You there? Did you build this man's well in the father's time? Yes, my lord, I did. He accepted. When king asked him, what kind of a well is this that you built? It has fallen on a poor man and killed him. See, king here called or said poor man to the thief who died. He was a criminal, but still king referred as a poor man who died, because the king was really an idiot person. Poor man and killed. You have murdered him. We have to punish you by death. So what he said, the king said, we have to punish you by death. So the next line, before the king could order the execution, the poor bricklayer pleaded, please listen to me before you give your orders. It's true, I built this wall and it was no good, but that was because my mind was not on it. I remember very well a dancing girl who was going up and down that street all day with her anklets jingling. Jingling means the jingling sound, a kind of sound. And I couldn't keep my eyes on my mind and that wall I was building. You must get that dancing girl. I know where she lives. See, the timing when king was sitting in his court and the people coming one then another, as because they all were fools, idiots, no one said that, Your Highness, the person who died was a thief. The person who died was a thief, and because of his theft, because of his criminal activity, he died. No one said it. It was actual matter, but as because the people of that kingdom were fools, so means instead saying that, they were passing the blames to another person. So now the bricklayer passed the blame to a dancing girl. What he said, when the king decided to give him the death sentence, he pleaded for his forgiveness and he said that, Your Highness, it's true that I built the wall, I built the house, but the timing when I was building the wall, a dancing girl with the sound of jingling of her anklets was passing up and down again and again many times, means every day, and means the sound of her anklets, the jingling sound of her anklets diverted my mind and I couldn't concentrate my mind on making or building the wall. So it was not my fault. It was the fault of the dancing girl, and I know her where she lives. Now she is an old woman, but I know where she lives. So it was not my fault. It was her fault. So see, at first the blame went to the merchant, the owner of the house. Then the owner passed his blame to the bricklayer, the person who built the house. Then the bricklayer passed the blame to a dancing girl who was passing that days up and down with her anklets jingling sound. So see, the people were passing their blames to one to another. So such a behavior was going on. So what happens next? Whether king would call the dancing girl or not, we will know in my next video. So students, Till then, be happy, and I demand from you all to go through each and every line carefully, minutely, so that you can understand the difficult word meanings as well as the real concept of the story. So the second video I'm going to off here. In my next video, I will teach the another paras, as because this story is very long. It's taking time. So don't worry, be happy, be nice, healthy. Thank you very much.